what really bugs me? Well, I'll tell you. It's how media says how we all should look or shouldn't look. They say that we should all be the same, or we should all be size 0. But if we were all the same, there would be no diversity amongst us. There wouldn't be anything that would make us special. So by the end of this speech, I would have explained how people appreciate the realness of you, how media might push a little too hard, and it's all about being a happier you. First, I would like to say that people appreciate real, or as the newer generation calls it, keeping it 100, which means being who you are, who you've born to be, and, being an honest person who believes in what they say. I know for my friends, they all come from different places. We all have different backgrounds, come from different families, but we all share just a bond of having fun and being who we really are. A lot of people talk about, you have to fit the bill. You have to be X, Y, and Z. And if you're A, B, C, then something's wrong. I actually found this in our storage unit at home. And it really inspired me to do this. If you don't know, this is one of the Ken Barbie dolls. And I hear a lot of younger people talk about, oh, I'm a Barbie, I'm this. But what we have to realize that Barbie is over 60 years old. And it's a toy. It's not who we are meant to be. Now that I've told you about appreciating real, I'd like to comment on how media pushes a little too hard. For women, they say we need to look a certain way. And sometimes some of us cannot take the pressure very well, which might lead to some very serious eating disorders. For example, anorexia. It is one of those things where, people feel depressed and they always feel that, they're scared that they'll gain too much weight, and they're always very self-conscious, and they're not really living and being who they really are. Also, there's bulimia, where people, they eat and then run off to the bathroom to use it or to induce vomiting. And it's not healthy. Also, there's plastic surgery. And according to the Forbes network website, there are some dangers of being or undergoing plastic surgery, and some of them will be tension with your loved ones, because they didn't fall for the person under the knife, they fell for you. And changing your appearance in such a drastic way, it might take too much for that person to adjust. Also, you might get disappointed. You might have had this vision in your head, and then once it's all said and done, you just look so unreal. Also, there is the body dysmorphic disorder, where you think something is wrong with your body, but there's really nothing there. Also, for men, they encourage them to be rich, have the most money, you get all the women, and happiness will come, when in all actuality, that's not the case. I'm a close family member of mine. Her name is Julie Peters. And I asked her, how does she feel about being herself and being a happier Julie? And she told me that she's always been a healthier woman, but it's never stopped her from achieving her goals. She's always kept her head up, and she's always, had that self-esteem about her, and it kept her moving. And she's over 60 years old, and she's still one of the classiest ladies I know. Also, with the interview with Sonia Seals, she's a working mother of 3 and a grandmother of 2, and she told me that it shouldn't matter about what media says about you. In all actuality, you answer to God in the end. So, be who you are. Finally, I would like to say, be a happier you. When I'm looking in my mirror, I see Bronté. I've been Bronté for 22 years, and I wouldn't rather be anybody else. I'm not the skinniest, but I can still hang with my son. We can play, we can wrestle, we can fight, do whatever he wants to do. And I can still lift myself up and be happy. But if there's something that you are not happy about with yourself, eat healthy. Eat the right things. Stay away from the sugars and, the excess fat and stuff. And exercise. It's, nothing to walk down the street and back. Try to do something. So basically what I'm saying is be yourself and no one else. No one can be you but you. It's no fun trying to be the next person. And you can't rely on what society says now because it's not something that's forever. Society has changed from generation to generation, and you have to be somebody that you are happy with. So I hope that you all will stand up, look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm happy with just being me. Thank you.